Hello, friends and soul family. Beautiful rising, good afternoon, and or lovely evening to you, wherever you are, depending on the location of your rotation. So, yep, third time's a charm. Sending out some jinglings, clearing out the energy. Um, yeah, so we are up to the third affirmation from the auric field of the etheric body. So welcome back to this series. I am so excited to be doing these. Um, it feels different this time around using these cards because I haven't used them, this whole year. I've been doing the birthday oracle readings. Oh my goodness, my nose. Um, that just happened all of a sudden. And I saw something that knows that she means something, but tis neither here nor there for right now. But yeah, so I haven't used the chakra energy deck at all this year. And when I was doing them before, I was just kind of doing them randomly. And so it does feel different this time going through and reading these affirmations and the meanings to them, just because I feel that I am absorbing the information differently. And I guess that's, due to growth and, expansion and just learning different things along my journey. But yeah, so I hope that they feel different to you as well, because I feel like if you go back and maybe watch, since I was doing them every single day, you could go back to like your birthday one or whatever, um, and like go to the birthday one from like 2024, and then 2023 and 2022, completely different. Like I bet you there's like complete different energy from all three, um, and yeah, I think I'm gonna go back and do that. But yeah, so anyways, we are up to the third affirmation of the auric field of the etheric body. So check out the healing symbol. I do wish that it would come in more clearly, but the picture should show it more clear. All right, so number 3, it says, my subtle perceptive faculty develops in the way most appropriate for me. My subtle perceptive faculty develops in the way most appropriate for me. All right, so our subtle perceptive faculties, our intuition, our clairvoyance, our clairaudience, those are subtle perceptive faculties. Like when you're here, but you can hear or sense something else because, you are perceiving what is going on around you. All right, so let's read this number 3. I'm so excited. So, all right, my subtle perceptive faculty develops in the way most appropriate for me. Meaning, the development of your subtle senses can contribute much to your happiness in life, and you can also be a great help to others because of them. However, it isn't necessarily good to be able to use all of them immediately and to their fullest extent. Imagine that at this very moment you had the ability to read other people's thoughts and could also look through any wall as if it were made of glass. What if you could hear everything, even if it is taking place 100 miles away from you? Would you be mature enough to deal with this power and the responsibility inherent to it? Could you bear the suffering and the injuries caused by this ability? It is highly probable that this would mean more stress and frustration for you than joy. Consequently, the subtle senses should develop in harmony with your inner stability and wisdom. However, this doesn't always happen this doesn't always necessarily occur in this manner. So some people just kind of just get their gifts and they're like, oh my gosh, I can see all of these things. And yeah, and you kind of start to think maybe that you're going crazy because everybody's probably around you saying, what are you talking about? No, I think you're crazy. Maybe you should go and get checked out. I think you need a therapist. Maybe you should get on pills, or etc., etc., etc. Hence, upping the stress and injuries that could come from this. Okay, so consequently, the subtle senses should develop in harmony with your inner stability and wisdom. However, this doesn't always necessarily occur in this manner. But if you practice with this affirmation, it will happen in this way. Your extrasensory perceptions will actually help you achieve greater happiness. They won't stand in your way or make you unhappy. The development of the powers of perception should always be accompanied by the development of wisdom, tolerance, flexibility, personal responsibility, and the ability to love. Only then are they useful and healthy. Once your subtle powers of perception have developed, then you must also decide time and again to treat your special gift in a responsible and fair way, especially in your private life. It is so simple to just quickly take a look at what your partner or friend really thinks. But if you do this, then you are placing yourself above these people. You are entering their private realm without having asked for permission. This action always brings karmic problems with this always this action always brings karmic problems with it, and often a great deal of misunderstandings, insecurity, and conflict as well. If you also want to be a human being among other human beings in the future, you must assume the corresponding perspective. So basically, yeah, not taking advantages of your gifts, because for every time you would violate somebody's private realm, you will receive, you'll receive karmic, uh, what does it say? Karmic problems. I was gonna say karmic repercussions from it, because that is us actively making this choice to do that, even if we know that it is not appropriate. So that's why it says to work with this affirmation, so that those senses, those extrasensory the extrasensory senses develop as you develop. So, you are going through your journey and you're healing and you're growing, and then boop, there comes another one. Oh, look, I can, huh, what is it? Am I hearing the people across the street what they're talking about? Oh, sweet. Okay, let's not use that. you know. Um, and so you can choose to use it either for your powers for good or for bad. So yeah. So let's read about the healing stone. You see, this is a whole paragraph about it. So we're going to read that, and then there's the fragrance essence and Bach flowers. So all of this right here is about the healing stone. So let's take a look. So the healing stone is obsidian and quartz crystal together. And it says, please only use in the following manner. Place one obsidian stone about the size of a hazelnut at a distance of about 2 inches under the soles of the feet and on the palms of the hands while the person being treated is lying down. Place one quartz crystal about the size of a walnut at about 1 finger width distance above the top of the head and above the middle of each shoulder. So, it would be like, doot, and then each shoulder, deet, deet. All right. Use for about 5 to 10 minutes while the affirmation is constantly repeated with each breath. Quartz crystal tips about the size of the middle finger can also be used on the shoulders and top of the head, but the tips must be pointed towards the body. So point the tips towards your body. Do this only once per week, then take a break for at least 7 days. Yeah, if you're doing it only once a week, wouldn't that break be 7 days? But anyways, let's before the first application, activate the stones and cleanse them with cold water as described in the chapter on healing stones. Um, so another healing stone is actinolite, best to use after the exercise with the quartz crystal and obsidian. All right, the fragrance essence is benzoin and mint together. I don't know what benzoin is. Mint, let's see, they got fragrance essences in here, but I don't have the page marked, so I'm not gonna read it. But benzoin and where did I just? Okay, and mint together. Okay, and then the Bach flower is the Star of Bethlehem. Ooh, let's read that one because I do have these ones marked. Okay, so the Star of Bethlehem, and it says it's number 29 here, and it says unresolved traumatic experiences, nightmares, depressions, inconsolable grief because of experiences that have not yet been coped with. So that is what the Star of Bethlehem will help. So I like this because I'm just like reading or learning so much already, and we're only like third day in, even though it's still the first day. See how that works? So it's like it's one day, but it's also 3 separate days. I love it. All right. Well, this has been the third affirmation in the auric field of the etheric body as we are going through this deck of chakra energy cards, as we are stepping further and deeper into our alignment. And yeah, I don't know. Yeah, just I love you guys so very much. Thank you for checking these videos out. I appreciate you, and I will see you all in the next one.